I forgot to turn the mic on my camera. So I've already put this line on this fishing rod, so I'm not going to do it again. Rick Ennis 0922 here at you. Rudy and Lucy run around the background. Got me a nice cigar. Got me a crappie ACC fishing rod here. I got it about a year ago, and I've ordered some fishing line for it. I got some 4 and some 8, and I decided to go to 8. But checking it out here. I guess this is how this recording works. I hope it's doing it. And anyway, good old cigar. Be sure and subscribe and like. Help old guy out. Trying to get this thing going. Anyway, I'm opening up the line there. Like I said, it's 8 pounds. I'm telling y'all about it. Whoop, 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 right? So, got to get it undone. Anyway, so we get it undone here. Yep. You got to lay it out here on the table right. You got to put the holes up. Yeah, I tried to poke my eye out. That's funny, wasn't it? Y'all laugh. Ha ha. So anyway, here we go. Like, eye of the tiger, right? Putting this line through here. Yeah. Well, while I'm doing that, I got to give a big shout out to Robert Tedder down in Reynolds, Georgia. I seen him in Cedartown, Georgia, for a celebration of life for a friend of mine, cousin, and he gave me that hat, the 4S Wildlife Solutions. I looked on their page, and they've got a lot of nice products. I haven't had a chance to use them or review them, but I give him a holler. I can't remember the name of the guy he works for, but he was super nice. We bonded real quick. He's a old lineman like me, and if you ever done that type of work, you just hit it off usually pretty good, most of them. So anyway, there I am. I'm feeding that line through there. Yep. Pretty view. I turned the camera some, so instead of watching the road, I'm got my pond back there. You know, yesterday I tried to do this, and I had a fire truck and a real loud vehicle. Okay, so right here. Oh yeah, take another puff on that cigar. Good for you. But what we're going to do is, I got electrical tape. If you've ever been a lineman, you got plenty of electrical tape. Somehow it just worked its way home in your pockets. But I'm cutting it off here. I'm using the scissors because when you tear it, it's just big old stinky mess. So I'm cutting me a little piece. I think I had to cut it twice if I remember right. I'm going to tape that 8-pound line to that reel. Okay? Yeah, and I'm telling you about how to make sure you set that fishing line the right way. It rolls off perfect when you set it up the right way. You'll definitely know if you put it the wrong way. So here I am stumbling through this. You got to laugh, man. If you don't, what good is it? But yeah, anyway, let's cut it one more time. It wouldn't fit. Got me a little piece of tape. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can do this, Rick. Yeah. The kids out there swimming. I hope you can't hear them. Man. So it's hard watching yourself, but fiddling around with this, I think I got it on there eventually. You want about 60 yards of line, or I do. It's all up to you. Everything's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just showing you how I do it. And there might be a better way or not a better way, but hey, go figure. Here we are. You know, the good thing about this, I'm doing this voiceover in here in the air condition. All right, there I go. Line. Put the line on. Crank her in. Like I said, try to get me about 60 yards. I'm just looking at that reel and seeing, you know, I don't want it to be so much line on there that is falling off all the time. Get me a good little bit on there. Hope to be going to Santee Cooper when I get back from the beach on family vacation. Then later, hopefully going back to Florida. Not sure yet on that one. Then later in the fall, going to Alaska and other things in between. You know, we're getting ready for deer hunting and all. We're still chasing hogs around down there in McBee. But here we go. We're running up. Bugs wasn't too bad out there yesterday. But crank. Come on, Ricky boy. Yeah. Hey, Jenkins, that cigar's for you. Tell me you seen this one. Some of my buddies watch these videos. They love them to death, you know. Hey, I'm glad. I enjoy making them. Here I am. I'm jabbering still. Yeah, who knows what I'm talking about. I wish I could read lips. Yeah, let's take another puff. I wasn't able to cut the end of that cigar properly, so it's made a little mess there. That happens when you don't have a cutter. Steve, where were you? Supposed to fish with Steve last year, but other Steve, there's a couple Steves. One Steve's got the boat up here. Yeah. And anyway, if you're bored while you're watching me, pick up that Bible and read it a little bit. All right. Cranking it on up. Oh, I don't know what I was talking about, but takes a little bit to get that on there. I'm kind of watching it. Don't y'all? All right, come on. Get too much sun on that head. Take off the hat. But we got, get it on there. I like to watch it, make sure I don't mess up. I hate doing overs, and this is a do-over having to put this recording on here. But, hey, like I said, I wasn't going to pull off 60 yards of line to start over again. So here we go. Got her pretty good, I think. Looked like about 60 yards. I'm going to cut her off and tie her off. We'll have us a video. How about that? Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, when you got big old fat fingers, it's tough. You know, I was just doing line work in rubber gloves and putting bolts and nuts together. And that's a little different altogether. But anyway, I'm tied this off so I don't get away from me. I'm not ready to put a hook on it because I don't know what I'm going to be fishing for. Even though it's a crappie rod, we might be going for brim or big mouth bass, whatever, down there at Santee Cooper when Steve gets ready to go. I hope to do some surf fishing down there at Port St. Joe when I go, but it's kind of a family vacation too, so it's hard to say when I can get away. I'm anxious to find out if this recording has worked or not. I got my lighter there, a good book. Well, there's Rudy's green collar. Yeah, it's like, hey, give me some more water. You got a whole pond, right? Yeah. All right, Rick, you can tie it off. Do it today. All right. Yeah, give it a little crank. Tighten her up. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I didn't start doing all this till later in life. You know, in my younger days, I was riding motorcycles, horses, and when I was a teenager, I rabbit hunted with my grandpa. I didn't really start this other until later in life. Got tired of going to all the bike rallies and wagon trains with the horse. We didn't have all these cameras and stuff. That would have been some interesting stuff. I guess some of us probably got sued if we'd videotaped on that, but anyway, I got a ton of stories. Just find time to tell them. There we go. Got her done. Gonna put that little cover back on there. My shop up there is open, so everything you got to cover it up or it'll get dusty. Yep, see? Got that. See how it's turned up? Yep, look at that. Be sure and do it the right way. There's a little bit more, but I'm going to get off of there. That is really, like I said, take a look at that hat, Advanced 4S Wildlife Solutions. Look through there, his page, and see if you can't find something to order. Tell Robert I say hello. But I'm out here, y'all. Be sure and subscribe and like. Sorry about the voiceover on this, but some days you got to do what you got to do. I was reading, you know, they're talking about how this new Billy the Kid movie, I've been reading about that. You know, I like it when he says, I'm going to make you famous. All right. Later.